the bare.
Excuse me. No, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget. Okay.
Because you want a house that I don't care about. A house.
In the Hamptons, is the Hamptons or
Yes.
the Hamptons house?
Mew Mew
Oh,
or the Hamptons house? Pick one. Go.
Yeah, thank you.
Pick one.
Thank
If you
you.
have to pick one right now.
That's
No. You gotta pick one.
Look at her. Look at her. Gonna cry.
So bad, she's gonna cry. You'll get both.
No bullying. We already got bullied enough.
You'll get both. You'll get both.
No, I really can't decide.
That's insane.
I want to live in where I want to be wearing a Miu Miu lounge set in my Hamptons house.
She's just the worst kind of woman, just extremely vain, vapid, and materialistic. But what I was going to say is that aside from posting these videos on her TikTok and trying to become an influencer, she also has a podcast called The Main Character Podcast, which is extremely fitting. And her podcast is where she has said a lot of these things. So today I kind of want to walk you through and just cringe at the various things that she's said.
His money is our money, and my money is my money.
So I don't have an outline or a guide for any of this. I just want to kind of go through these one by one with you guys just so we can shit on her a little bit because she is she's awful. I figure maybe we can start with TikToks and then we'll move on to her podcast for the grand finale.
Okay.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my...
Yo, first of all, this is a South Asian girl. You got to realize how conservative those people are. They're very conservative. She's about to say she was popping. She said, I get saying that you get painfully nostalgic is crazy, especially while you are married. Could you imagine a nigga stopping his day to make a post about sometimes I get painfully nostalgic for how much pussy I got my first year at college. I was fucking all over the place. I was just skeeting and everything. That shit would sound crazy if you were married and you're a public figure. And for the most part, this is what women like go viral doing. Like with the character she's creating, whether or not we think it's a good thing or not, this is the Kardashians because this is based off of the Kardashian archetype. You know what I'm saying? Where like you don't really see how crappy of a person this is because they're attractive, they have money for surgery, and they got money to shop with. Or even in the prior conversation, that was a simp ass conversation. I mean, and these kind of males, again, they are needed. They are heroes. They are necessary sacrifices for the greater good because men have to see the insides of these marriages, what actually goes on. You do not reward these kind of women. Because the more that girls are on social media and they see this kind of girl winning, they're going to think that I can act like Akaash Singer's wife and still get all this shit. And when men let that happen, you got to realize that it's irresponsible and it's fucked up as a man when you reward a ain't shit woman. When you know she ain't shit and you're rewarding her. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage? I think it's because my husband's never here.
Okay, so
She hates
I'm
it.
getting a lot of
For what?
comments
Who
that
is
I'm
this
using
nigga?
My husband for clout, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. No lies were told. I am leveraging the support I have. It's kind of like nepotism, but like through my husband, so like spousal nepotism. What's wrong?
Here's the thing with her is that she claims that a lot of this is just a joke. She thinks she's a lot funnier than she really is. To me personally, she's not funny at all. I understand she could be joking about a lot of things. However, this is quite humiliating. If she really thinks she's that funny, why does everything have to come at the expense of her husband? The guy who
Like dead ass. But you gotta realize what she doesn't understand is that, again, this girl is also probably playing a lot of Megan Thee Stallion, probably just a lot of like coochie rap. You gotta realize, non-black girls listen to coochie rap too, and they look up to people like Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? People like that, right? Because for the African American community, if black girls are seeing her make this kind of content, I'm gonna tell you right now, they love that shit. They do think it's funny. They probably, well, maybe not funny as in how like a man is funny, where like we all laugh and whatnot, but they like funny as in, oh my god, yo, like you got him to do that, or god damn, like shit, you worse than me. It's funny like in that way. You understand?
supports her fully and affords her this life of luxury. Personally, to me, she's not very funny. She just seems very dumb, and obviously you have to be somewhat intelligent to be funny. And I also understand that, you know, she may have been a party girl in college. We all have a past, right? We've all done things we're not proud of. However, we have to remember that her husband was the one running around acting all self-righteous, talking about how him and his wife were virgins when they met. So it's just not adding up when she talks about her experiences in college. So we saw the short clip of her saying that she was popping her pussy in the white boy frat houses. So let's watch the entire thing. Why is college nostalgia so painful?
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. The top like 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz, Birthday, It's Your Birthday. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day. I was straightening my hair with my French tips. Like, you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So,
All right, again, this is all very much like nigga language at this point. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, just imagine like a black girl saying all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And how much more sense it'll make. But yo, like, and not only that, yo, you heard the influence too. And get me wrong, being ratchet is a little bit fun. Ghetto can be fun, right? But here's the thing: with being ghetto comes great responsibility. All right.
so it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful, guess what I have to watch? This. It's the only thing that'll give me a little quick fix.
She's dying. She's like, oh, girl, are you okay? She's literally having withdrawals from.
When was your first kiss?
19, no, 18.
With my first kiss was, oh my god, I don't even want to say his fucking name because
I'll kill him.
the first kiss was with my senior prom day, and he basically broke up with me because he said I was too dumb, and he was going
You are.
to an Ivy League school.
Weren't you ranked second in your high school class?
I was number 1 in my class.
It's so sad because Akaash keeps looking more and more pathetic with every video because he's always defending her, trying to act like she's so smart. Dude, we can see the way she talks. She's an idiot. She's not smart whatsoever. So he's always trying to defend her and say things like, weren't you first in your class? He also does this thing, and it irritates me so much, where he laughs extremely loud and crazy at the things she says and trying to make it seem like it's so funny. There's nothing worse than when a guy or when anyone laughs loud as fuck at their own jokes or something that's just not funny.
If your man is weird about periods, that's a red flag. Break up with him immediately.
The reason why Akaash may not know that she's an idiot, right, is because that is a really pretty girl, and that girl is too pretty for him. The gap is just too wide, and sometimes, you know what, that's also another factor. I mean, again, I do think that you was having, if you saying you was a virgin, I think you mean a virgin to like heterosexual like sex. I don't think you were a virgin to like, no, this doesn't make sense. No, you was fucking somebody. Anywho, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think that Akaash, this is your beard, all right? This is the only thing that makes sense. Or, I'm not gonna lie. The more young and attractive a woman is, the more tolerable she is. I ain't gonna lie. Women who are like a lot older, they're way less tolerable to me. I'm not gonna talk to you for a long time. We're not gonna argue. I'm gonna go back and forth. Matter of fact, bitch, I'm not gonna make eye contact. All right. Good.
Immediately, no pun intended.
Why are we talking about periods? Why are we making videos about this? This is disgusting.
Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally under.
Fam, one of y'all origin stories is that y'all were virgins when he just talked about them being virgins. And the earlier clip I just had, he just talked about them being virgins. Oh my God. Men let's make this the last generation of these kind of relationships. This is fucking crazy, man.
Understandable, I get that. And I was like, oh,
Why are we talking about this? As a married woman, why?
great, good news, my period ended, like we can like have fun tonight, blah blah. And he was going down on me, like wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And
Woo!
also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. Like, I swear to God, like I thought my period was done. He like looked at me with so much disgust, and I'll never forget that moment. Like I felt so ashamed and so dirty, and like he was like, how could you do this to me, and all this stuff, ruined the night and like whatever. And he was my boyfriend at the time. I was just like so depressed. I went home and like I called my sister and I was like, I have to tell you something, like this happened to me. And she literally was like, so, and I was like, what do you mean? She was like,